Meet the Parents is coming back in a fourth movie. Can we talk about that in our feature story of the night? So everybody, Meet the Parents is coming back one more time. That is right. You're for the very first time in a long time. Robert De Niro, Ben Stiller, Terry Polo, and Blythe Danner are coming forward to do another Meet the Parents. That's right. They're in early talks to return for a new film and the Meet the Parents franchise from Universal Pictures. It's been a long time since they were all here together again. Of course, we had Meet the Parents. Well, we had Meet the Parents, GR. We had Meet the Fockers. We had the Little Fockers. Now we're going to have what? Like a Focker family reunion? I don't know. I'm putting it out there. I don't know how they're going to do this, but I think that everybody, another sequel. You're right, Steve Rogers, another sequel. But I do like this cast, and I do like what they've done with the original ones. I enjoyed it quite a bit. I did like all these. They were fun. But can they find a way to make another movie? Is it going to be like parent fuckers? What are they gonna call themselves? You know, you can't say parent fuckers, right? I don't know. That sounds horrible.
Grandparent fuckers.
Grandparent, the grand fuckers. I don't know what you're gonna call this movie. But we're getting a fourth one.
Grand fuckers.
The grand fuckers, or the fucker family reunion, maybe. I don't know what we're gonna call this. That's a question for the panel.
More fuckers.
The more Fockers. All you can handle Fockers. Fockers Anonymous. I don't know. But we're getting one more of these movies moving forward. And will it be good? Are you excited about it? What do we think about this? I'm interested to talk about this. So let's go to our panel right now to see what everybody thinks. Do we need more Fockers in our life? That's the question. What do we think here, everybody? So Meet the Parents again. One more movie is coming forward. What do you think, Brandon? You want to Meet the Parents? Is this the right time for Ben Stiller to pop back in there to his milking the nipples again?
Yeah, why not? You know, I mean, fuck it. It's a comedy movie. I'm really sad that comedies have not really been made as often as they used to be. So even though it's a sequel and it's already a thing that exists and it's kind of a cheap money grab, I'm like, you know what? It's a comedy movie. I'll probably see it.
Yeah, we talked about it before that there's not a lot of comedy movies right in theaters anymore. So again, it's something that a big cast, right, to come back, and there's probably a lot of people involved with it. So like,
I mean, it's sad that this is what it takes for a comedy movie to be released theatrically. Is Robert De Niro, Ben Still, like, you know, just bringing back an old thing like this to? I mean, it's not like an original idea at all, but I mean, it'll be cool to laugh in a movie theater again with people.
There we go, Brandon. Would you rather see Mystery Men sequel or Meet the Fockers?
Oh, dude, Mystery Men, hands down.
Right. That's all. I saw Queen say that. I'm like, fuck yeah, Mystery Men. I want the shoveler back, man. I want that so bad.
Well, that was an all-star cast for the 90s.
It really was. It really was. You don't see that anymore. Do you think though
it's only almost 40 years ago now?
It's not 40 years, GR. That's a lot.
It's 34 years ago, Brian. Come on.
Really? Is it really? No, is it really?
Well, it's 1990. What? Like, when was Mystery Men? That was like late 90s, right?
Yeah.
So, it's 30 years ago.
Yeah. Almost 30.
Either way, it's a long time ago.
Brandon, do you see like a world where there's a new audience that's going to renovate this whole franchise so you get like maybe 3 more?
Nah, probably not. No, I don't think so. It's weird. Like, now I feel like maybe comedies, I mean, the reason comedies aren't theatrical anymore is because, like, I don't know if kids really care about them as much as we did kind of growing up.
We used to love raunchy ones too.
I mean, they still like funny things. Like, they like funny TikTok celebrities and YouTube like kids. Like, they like those kind of little sketches and that kind of thing. But like a long form comedy type story, I don't know. I don't know if there's as much of a demand for it, unfortunately, as there was when we were. I see you too, Robert De Niro.
He's watching you.
Yeah,
he's freaking watching you.
Yeah, but like I don't know if I feel like
I want that hat.
Laughter. Yeah, you look good in that hat, man. That'd be great for you. I think that I don't know if there's as much of a demand, like I was saying, for long form comedy anymore. I think it's more about just little funny bits that people can do on YouTube. That's why we haven't had like the they stopped making like all those parody movies like Scary Movie and Epic Movie. I loved all the Airplane, like all that stuff, like those types of movies. It's just because now it's like anyone can parody anything on their phone like instantly, and it's like you don't need to wait for a giant movie studio to make a parody movie of something, or like Naked Gun and all those types.
But you say that, Brandon, but we're getting another Naked Gun. We're getting another Naked Gun.
Yeah, that's not an original
And
idea.
another, I know we did last summer.
And we're getting and we also get another scary movie coming out too. So we're getting those again.
Again, not original ideas though. They're just regurgitated because our generation liked them. It's not like they're making new ones for the new kids.
Yeah, we want to see it, and the new kids are like, "What the hell?" And we're like, "Well, back in my day, we used to love these scary movies."
Yeah,
parodies were all the Riz.
Back in your day,
don't say Riz.
was like last week.
Right. Yeah. Exactly. Like the kids now, it's like, oh, you mean I can make a parody tonight of the new Taylor Swift song or whatever the hell I want. Or
that's all we need. That's
Wicked parody.
Taylor who?
Tomorrow.
I mean, I saw that Wicked thing that's been happening online with the Wicked, like Elzaba, Glenda. Like I saw that shit. I'm like, we gotta stop doing this, guys. We gotta stop doing this. I don't know if you saw that, Brandon. I saw that shit. Like we gotta stop doing this. It's a lot.
Wicked. I loved Wicked. I gotta say.
I enjoyed the first one.
No.
I thought it was good. I thought the first one was good. Better than Craven.
Yeah, right.
Well, anything would be better than that crap.
GR, you gotta see it. It's not as bad as you think it was. I mean, I think Aaron Taylor Johnson still did better than I thought he would do. But good for him. Good for Kick-Ass.
Trash is trash, Brandon. You know that.
I don't know. I think that it's cool that they're trying to bring back the Fockers. I just don't know who it's really for, except for I guess us, like millennials and Gen X.
Hold on. In the chat, Emma said, has anyone gotten famous off Saturday Night Live? Not famous, like, per se, because they were already famous, but, like, Jimmy Fallon
Ferrell
has his own show right now. Will Ferrell is fucking beyond. Like, who doesn't know and love Will Ferrell?
Bill Murray.
Dan Aykroyd. Bill Murray.
Dan Aykroyd. Eddie Murphy started on Saturday Night Live.
Chris Rock. Dana Carvey.
Yep, Dana Carvey.
A lot of people.
And then,
I mean, there's been more people made famous by that than any other comedy show
Adam
in
Sandler.
history.
Like, it's a really good platform for comedic actors, for sure.
Absolutely.
Like some of them even branch into like dramatic roles as well. But like, it's a really, really good platform for that. Honestly, it's amazing. And there's been so many like people.
But people don't watch it. They don't look at history of it.
Started on Saturday Night Live.
Or Robert Downey Jr.
Of course he did.
Was he there? Was he there?
Robert Downey Jr. was there in the 80s when no one watched it. Yeah.
He was a cast member?
Yeah. You can watch on YouTube. You can see like old sketches he was in. You can watch.
I did not know that.
Great.
I mean, there are a lot of people who only stay there, and that's fine. But there are also a ton of people who have made a huge career out of it.
But people haven't watched it enough to see the history of the show.
I
Yeah.
mean, I don't know what today.
There's so much time that's gone by. 50 years, GR. 50 years, right?
That's a long time. As I was correct, you're only 49 and a half.
Yeah. But close enough. Close enough. But I think there's a lot of people that came from that, and I think that again, not we kind of sidetracked, but the Meet the Fockers, the Meet the Parents, Little Fockers. Sabrina, what do you think the next title's going to be? I've been spitballing names. What do we call? It's got to have Fockers in there, right? I mean, we didn't Meet the Parents, but we fucking went after that. We got Fockers. You know that actually? Do you know, Sabrina, that the reason why it's called how it worked out for Fockers? Apparently, they had to actually find an actual person named Focker for the studio to agree upon that. Like they wouldn't the studio was like, we can't call them Fockers. And then Ben Stiller's like, well, I've actually found Fockers in the United States or the world. And so then it was approved.
That's on brand. That's on brand for studio. Right? I get that.
So you think Grand Fockers, it can't be Baby Fockers. We already had Little Fockers.
Yeah, definitely not Baby Fockers.
We don't need that fucking shit. We don't need that shit.
Thank you.
No, that's a no.
Jesus Christ.
That's a no. Grand Fockers, Reunion Fockers.
I'm gonna go with GR, and for the third time, I'm gonna make it a hat trick. I'm gonna go with Grand Fockers. Grand Fockers sounds like a really, really good move. Honestly,
go fuck
this much time.
Go
later,
fuck yourself. I like that too.
I mean that would be great, but I feel like they wouldn't do that.
That's the one man show. That's the one man show version.
Fockers unite.
The angry.
I like that, Brandon.
It's the angry grandchild who didn't get enough attention. He's like, fucking go fuck yourself on Broadway.
Yeah.
But I feel like for on brand, like, you know, the way that it happened, I feel like Grandfuckers would be the next logical step in naming it, honestly. So GR, cheers to you, sir.
It's hard to say. They're gonna have fun with it, of course. The Focker name, like, what do you think? Do you think they'll be about their kids grown up? What do you think, Sabrina?
I mean, after all this time has passed, obviously, the baby in the Meet the Fockers has to be, you know,
the grandfather,
a grown person. The grandfocker has to be a grown person, and then maybe it's great grandfockers. I don't know. Like I can't. I don't even know how long it's been since the last one came out. I have an aversion to Ben Stiller, unfortunately, because he's not a nice human being, and I've encountered him in different settings on set and as a bartender. He's just not a nice person. So I really, anytime I watch any of his movies, I'm very I don't want to enjoy them because I want to punch him in the fucking face. So I'm not the greatest person to ask. Let me scoot over. There you go. I'm not the greatest person to ask, like for a promotion situation on something that he's doing, because I think he's a very, very unkind person, and he should, you know, probably just sit in his house and, you know, not interact with anyone in the public, because he's not nice.
I've heard that a lot. I had a good experience with him though too. So it's like, that's just weird, you know.
Okay, well, you're one of only. Okay, I know a million people who have had bad experiences. He's just not
Maybe
nice.
he was drinking that day, Brian.
I mean,
Maybe.
I worked on a pilot with him, and I did a lot of work on that show. And I think he just came up to me and thanked me, you know. But I heard some stories about him too, though. It wasn't like I heard a lot of bad things about him, and then he was nice to me, and I was like, oh, that's cool. You know what I mean?
Hold on. Someone thanking you and being nice to you are two different things. Like someone can not talk to you the entire time, and they can come up to you at the end and be like, "Hey, man, thank you so much. You did a great job."
That's true.
That doesn't mean that they're nice.
He didn't talk to me for the whole pilot. At the very end, he came up to me and he goes, "I've heard so many great things about you," because he was a producer on. He goes, "I just want to say thank you. It's amazing what you've done. I've heard everybody's been complimenting you, and I just want to say thank you," because he's a producer. You know?
Okay.
Cool.
I mean, I don't know. I doubled the girl that he
even the assholes can be nice once in a while.
But the thing is, like as Sabrina said, I've heard almost everybody I know that's worked with him, and Sabrina has like encountered in this thing that they've said that he's been an asshole to them.
Two different scenarios. You know? I was a bartender at a birthday party that had nothing to do with him. He was a guest, and I bartended it was Gina Davis's kid's birthday party, and he came to the thing, and he goes to his wife, who is very sweet, by the way. Can you order me a Diet Coke? And I hear you. I hear him, right? And I'm like, okay. So I start to get the Diet Coke, and then I grabbed the cup and I started to get ice, and he was like, "Tell her no ice." And I'm like, I'm right the fuck here. First of all, like I hear you, I see you. Like he wouldn't look at me. He was just talking to her, and that was like super unfortunate. But that was after I had worked on another movie of his, doubling his love interest. And, you know, had to do some scenes with him, like, you know, with like sunburn on my arms, and like all this fucking crazy shit. And his father, Jerry Stiller, who, by the way, is a saint. And they came in the golf cart, and he was like talking, chatting with me, and fucking, he was just sitting there like a pouty little bitch, like in the fucking, he was like,
just a showbiz kid,
like angry, like what is wrong with you? Like, I'm sorry, I don't know what you want from me. Like, I'm just trying to do my fucking job. And his dad was super awesome, and he was a fucking cunt. And then it was doubled down by the bartending thing. And then I was like, you know what? I'm done with you. And I actually try not to watch anything that he's in. And honestly, if I'm being honest, as an actor, not a huge fan. I'm really not. He's fine. Like the fucking Tropic Thunder, probably the best thing he's ever done, in my opinion.
I love Tropic Thunder.
So best thing he's ever done.
It's one of my favorites.
You know, another ensemble cast, like where other people are also hilarious. Like, you know, he's just, I don't know. Maybe I'm clouded because I'm angry, but I'm not a fan. And so he can meet the Fockers anywhere the fuck he wants. Like, fuck him in the ass with a fucking goddamn.
He can fuck off and die.
Yeah.
Thank you. That's 4 agreements.
Peppy, would you watch this?
Wait a minute, we got to change this. This is 4 in a row. That's not good.
No, I'm not a gossip person. It just happens to be that this person was very mean to me twice, and I didn't like it. So sorry.
I'd be on this if I could.
I think he was like the weakest person in Tropic Thunder. You're right. Like the reason
sure.
I like
that was
movie
one of the worst Vietnam movies.
Tom Cruise,
in
right?
history.
Yeah, it's
Tom Cruise killed that.
Robert Downey.
Can I say that
Robert Downey Jr. was the winner, and Jack Black was also super.
Jack Black, yeah, he was good. Can I tell you? I had no. This is truth. I had no idea. I mean, I was younger back when Tropic Thunder came out, of course, but like when it came out, I had no idea that Tom Cruise was in that movie. I had no idea. They kind of had like some like
Leslie Grossman.
Tom Cruise. They had low key.
Oh,
They were
God, he can't spell your name.
Yeah, well, he called me Paul Rudd. That's fine. You know. You know that, Brian. That's a true story. You know that, right?
I didn't know about that.
Yeah, when I worked for Tom Cruise on Top Gun Maverick, he's like, I got fucking Paul Rudd working for me right here. I'm like, yeah, man, Brian, you know? He's like, yeah, Brian, Paul Rudd. Paul Rudd's working for me. That's fucking crazy.
Wow. What an honor to be misnamed by him.
Yeah. Totally. He laughed his ass off, too. He's like, Paul Rudd, what's up? And I was like, yeah, slap in the bass. Slap in the bass.
Both of them all the time. It's funny.
I love
well, that's just one cruise to another.
You need to have that as a segment on this show of like your weird brush ups with these people.
Right? Like don't like not Kruse. I don't know. I don't want to call that. I call it something.
But in a way nicer way.
Kruse conundrums. That's what it's called. Kruse conundrums.
Right. Yeah.
Who was that? I was just looking at
he was really nice to me, but he just thought I looked like Paul Rudd a lot. So and it's funny because everybody else thought I looked like him, and they're like, you tell Tommy spelling his name wrong. I'm like, no, I will not say that. I will not say that at all.
I'll say it for you, Brian.
Can I say fast because I know we've been going late. We're late. We're coming in here. One thing that was hilarious. We had a comment recently in the chat that someone said to me, "Hey, don't be an instigator. You're spelling Kruse wrong." Right? And I told that person, I said, that's actually how you spell my name. That's why it's called Kruse Control. And they never responded. And I was like, oh, come on. You know what I mean? Come the fuck on.
They actually thought you didn't know how to spell cruise, like the actual Kruse Control.
And then they misspelled during the comment too, which made it even better. You know what I mean?
This is your audience. This is your audience, Brian.
We're not all brain surgeons, apparently.
That's right.
Yeah, but you know what? Honestly, but at the end of the day, I'm not going to judge them based off that misspelling. I would never do that. But I would just say this, like, if you're watching the show, just take a second and you'll realize my name's Brian Kruse. You know what I mean? That's why I spelled it that way. And you know what? If you missed it, I can't fault you for that, but I'll say at the end of the day, we love talking about a lot of shit. I love Meet the Parents. I loved it so much. I enjoyed all three of them. I think Little Fockers kind of fell off a little bit, but I think I still enjoyed it. I'm intrigued, guys. I'm intrigued about Meet the Fockers. I'm intrigued. I don't know what they're going to do.
Dustin Hoffman, he was in the second one, right? As
yes.
Yeah, he was the dad. He was Mr. Focker, you know?
He was married to Barbara Streisand, yes?
Barbara Streisand, yeah.
I thought the two of them were really good in that. I like them.
They were great.
Me too. I'm going to call him Father Focker.
Oh, he got mad at you too?
No, he never got mad at me.
He got a little Me Too'd.
Oh.
Like there was a little Me Too moment with him.
Oh, I see.
I met Dustin Hoffman one time. I was at a Sharper Image in Grand Rapids, Michigan.
Nice.
And my best friends were, I know, right? Sharper Image. That thing's fucking gone probably now. Right? Does anybody know Sharper Image anymore? Maybe some people.
I think there is in the malls.
Do they still exist? I don't know if they still exist.
All the places to meet him.
I used to go and sit in the massage chair and like text.
I was in a massage chair. I was in a fucking massage chair.
That's what you do.
That's what you do. I was with two friends, and he walked in, and one of my friends ran the fuck out of there. He got nervous and ran the fuck out. And Dustin looked at him like, what the? He goes, what's wrong with him? And I go, I don't know. And I saw my buddy like fucking a mile out. He's like by the fucking pretzel stand, Wetzel's Pretzels. And I'm looking at him waving. I'm like, come over here.
Pretzels.
I was like, yeah, there's a Wetzel's Pretzels or a Starbucks. This isn't a fucking mall. And then he fucking finally comes back, and you know what he says to him? He goes, bring me Peter Pan. And I'm like, oh fuck, man. And I go, we're cool actually. And he just laughed his ass off. And that was it. I wish I would have worked with him. I did work, but I went one time. He was the nicest person in the universe. So good for him, and happy that he's had a career he's had. And I hope he comes back for Meet the Fockers, because he hasn't been announced for this yet, though. He has not been announced.
I hope so too. He was funny in that. And as was Streisand.
Those fuckers will get together again.
Yeah, it's time for the Fockers to unite. Gr. The Fockers will come back.
Queen Barbie Is it? What was the last? Someone said I don't remember the last comedy that played in theaters. I was gonna say Barbie, and Queen said Barbie.
No, this doesn't count, right?
I think it counts. What do you mean? Why doesn't it count?
Because it's not like
it wasn't a comedy. It was a movie.
It was a comedy.
In your opinion,
I don't think it's a comedy. I mean, it's a comedy.
I'm sorry. Was Ryan Gosling, who got nominated for an Academy Awards, performance dramatic? Can somebody let me know that?
Brandon, you weigh in this for a second?
It was not dramatic.
Was Barbie a comedy? Yeah, I think it was a comedy.
Thank you.
But is it a comedy like Tropic Thunder though?
No.
Okay, it doesn't. That's more of a satire situation. That's not.
Is it a comedy like Meet the Fockers?
No.
It's a fucking comedy. Like you're being really split hairsy right now.
Well, I think we're saying that
it's a comedy like Step Brothers, or
don't
is it
be
like
split hairsy.
It's a nowadays comedy, and nowadays comedies are different from the previous comedies, right?
Okay.
The previous 90s comedies, early 2000 comedies aren't the same. They're not the same. Ben Stiller recently said, Sabrina, he goes, I think that Tropic Thunder will never happen nowadays. That's what he said.
No, it would never because of the whole like awareness of things, and that's fine, and I get that. But however, at the time, that shit was fucking hilarious, and I will not back down from that. But there's like there's different issues.
You're right, Queen.
Writers have a struggle against. He was exactly, but he was also clearly playing a comedic fucking part. 110%, he was playing a comedic part. 100%. And Ryan Gosling is actually, I'm not really a big Ryan Gosling fan. That was amazing.
Easy, but it sure
and Place
is
Beyond the
fun.
Pines, it was amazing. He just, not my favorite actor, but his role in Barbie was really, really great, and it was definitely comedic. It's my 2 cents.
I mean, I think so too. Peppy, how do you feel about that?
No, Barbie was not for little girls.
I like The Machine. Did you guys see that one?
No.
Burt Kreischer one? That was a straight up comedy. The Burt
Machine?
Kreischer. Yeah, The Machine. It was like Burt Kreischer and a few other people. It was only in theaters for a little. It was like one of those ones, like where it's like theaters for a week and then it goes to streaming.
So it's normal.
That reminded me of like an old school like action comedy, like I think what you guys are thinking of is like more like action like what we used to have, like action comedies, buddy comedies, that kind of stuff.
Yeah, buddy comedy, like Step Brothers, and fucking, like Anchorman, like that type of shit.
The Apatow stuff. Yeah.
Yes, Apatow. Yes.
Which they're working on. They're working on This Is 50 apparently, so we'll talk about that too. They've been working on that for a while.
This Is 40 was so depressing. I left the movie there and I was like, oh my God, I thought this was going to be funny. It's Judd Apatow. This is so depressing. Right. I don't want This Is 50. No.
Yeah. I haven't seen This Is 40, but as someone who is going to be 40, I should probably watch it.
Yeah,
you should watch it. You should watch it.
You damn youngsters don't know movies anymore.
Okay, well, I was on my high.
All right, Grandpa.
Everybody.
The bitch of it is, Brandon, you're right. I am old enough to be your grandpa.
Oh, no.
You want to know what's hilarious? I just noticed right now that you're wearing a fucking suit.
He's wearing a suit.
No
GR's fucking
vest.
Sophisticated.
Just now, I didn't notice the whole time. I was focused on the hat.
What?
He took the hat off. I'm like, oh, there's a suit.
GR's been rocking a suit for a while here because he's the tech director now. He's wearing a suit now.
Right. He's in the booth.
Look how good his sound is. GR. Look how good GR's sound is now too. He looks good. He's fly. He's sounding good.
I was so focused on the hat that I didn't even see the suit. I was just complimenting. You look like you're ready to go to a wedding or carry a casket. You're killing it right now.
Did you guys see Violent Night? That was a good. Speaking of Christmas, that was a good comedy. I guess
I
love that.
That was
David
really
Harbour.
good. Yeah, I love him.
No,
that was actually really good.
That was an original. Like we're talking about all these like remakes and sequels. That was an original comedy script, and I loved it.
I mean,
what? Was it not?
All we need is Pinocchio in there. We would have been right in the Pooniverse, you know?
Nope.
No Pinocchio, please. Okay.
No, you're right, Brandon. That was original. That was fucking original. It was good. It was different, but it was like even like Leguizamo. I said his name.
Leguizamo, John Leguizamo.
I think it was good. I think it was really good. Yeah, Leguizamo. I said Leguizamo.
The menu.
Yeah,
menu was the
That's
menu was
actually
kind
How
of,
much have you had to drink, Brandon?
The menu,
Brian?
yes, the menu was
I've had a bunch.
fucking
I've had a bunch,
weird.
GR.
that was like a
It was
dark
super
comedy.
weird.
I've had a bunch.
It was there was no comedy about
I
that.
love the
It was
menu.
fucking weird as shit. And I love what's his name, Nicholas Holt. But I mean,
Yeah,
fucking,
Nicholas
and
Hoult was
obviously
great in
Ray Fiennes is amazing. But the whole time I was like, what the fuck is going on? And I still have a slight problem. Like, why the fuck you let her go? Like, I don't get it. Like
Yeah,
the
that
whole
was
thing,
weird.
and she's like sitting on a ship and like being like, haha, I'm eating a burger. I'm like, no, not a good ending. Like she should have went down with the ship, in my
I
opinion.
thought it
She
was
wasn't meant to
because
be there.
I thought it was because he identified with her as like a worker of the people.
He definitely did not identify with her about anything
Oh,
because
I love Ray
she was
Fiennes.
because she was a prostitute. No, definitely not.
yeah. I
Like,
thought
it
it
was
was
just- it
because
was-
she wasn't part of the problem like the other
No.
people were.
Right, no, for sure. That's the implication. But also, if you're gonna go and kill your entire staff and everyone in your fucking restaurant, you go and let this bitch go. Like, let's be
Yeah.
real. Like,
Yeah.
that's not no
She
one.
knows. She knows too much. You're saying, right? She knows too much.
No, she doesn't. I mean, it doesn't matter because they're all dead. But like, why would you spare her? You know,
Right.
it was basically he had a very in my mind.
Let
he had
her
a very
live with her
specific-
guilt. That's what it's about.
He had she has no guilt. She made it out alive. She's fucking. She's in Barbados
it's
drinking
called
fucking goddamn
survivor's
pina
guilt.
coladas.
It looked like a delicious hamburger she had too, by the way. Great
I'm just
hamburger.
saying she legit was not on that list, and that's the only reason why I think because his girlfriend broke up with him, and then he took her.
But,
So, like, that's
but
the
if you
only
look it
reason
up
why.
on IMDb, it lists that as dark comedy. I know there's not really any comedy in it, but it's
there
apparently
is
that's what
zero
comedy is now.
zero comedy. If
Yeah.
they mean by comedy, if they mean annoyance, then absolutely
Right.
you're in. But when the first person blew their brains out, like I was like, oh sweet
Yeah.
baby Jesus, what the fuck is happening? And then I was like, shit's about to get real.
was
But I will
intense.
watch anything that Ray Fiennes is in, so I let it happen,
Oh,
and
yeah.
it was intensely
Okay.
unsatisfactory for
I
me.
go
personally.
Italiano on you.
Conclave
Calm down.
out today.
Actually, I
Right.
want to see that. Really, the cinematography in Conclave looks fucking amazing.
Yeah.
One of my
Show me
coworkers saw
some
it.
love.
He took screenshots of like certain things, and it looked like fucking
Conclave?
paintings.
Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah.
It's a
it looked
great
like
movie.
paintings.
It's a fucking great movie.
I really
It's a
want
great
to see it.
movie. People, I people give me hate in that movie, and I'm like, why? Ray
I wanna
Fiennes
see it
is
so
so
bad.
good in it, and the Vatican, how they actually show it's amazing. Stanley Tucci kills it. My only thing is, I will say there's a little bit of false marketing for that, because when I watched it, I thought it was like this big like whodunit, who killed the Pope. That's what I thought it was gonna be.
Right.
And it's really not. It's really not that. It's like the Pope dies, and we're still crowning the new Pope.
No, this is still out. Don't tell people what's happening.
Well, it's on peak. It's on the
That's
cock
that
right now.
place they don't let helicopters fly over.
It's on the cock
sorry,
right now.
what
You
now?
can watch it right now after the show if you want to. But I'm saying that I just think that there could have been more of a whodunit to it. That's what I was hoping, because I saw it. I'm like okay, you have you're crowning new pope, and it's a whodunit. So I was expecting like a like whole murder mystery type thing. And just if you go into it, it's not a murder mystery thing. There's like a little bit of things that are like something's weird happening, but it's much more straightforward about like crowning a new pope than I want it to be. I want it to be like Ray Fiennes is trying to investigate who killed the pope. You know what I mean? That's what I wanted. That's what I wanted.
Well, that's not a comedy.
Okay, we're at 2 hours. Brian.
100%.
I know,
Jared's like,
GR.
and we're done.
We've gone
We are.
long and deep
We're
into this
GR's bedtime.
universe. We've gone deep into this
No, I'm
universe,
just-
everybody.
JR
Do
needs
my
a nap.
job, Brandon.
He needs a nap.
But I will
Needs to be
say this,
burped and
Tom.
put to bed.
Watch Conclave if you can. It's actually, the acting's amazing, and I'm interested in Meet the Parents at the end of the day. I think it could be fun, a fourth one. I'm also weird about it because we did 3. We're going to a 4th one. Are we getting a trilogy again on top of that, or like a massive cash buyout for people that just need some money for a cash grab? I like what we did before, but let's just not make something that's going to be a bullshit movie just to make money. Let's not do that. Let's figure this out. And honestly, at the end of the day, I hope it's great. I want to milk those nipples, like Ben Stiller did.
No, that's too far.
They got to get
something.
a new cat. They got to get a new cat, I'm sure.
They have to. That cat might be still around. Might be.
Dead pussy.
Oh my God. Sweet baby Jesus.
Yo, player, if you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe and hit the bell to be notified when we are live. And if you are able to join our Patreon, please join. Because the Pepestar needs more snickety snacks. Because I'm hungry. Holla back. Love y'all.